CTV, Ghana's #1.
No Siabo for Ctv and Browser set and Meso and some Iansa Asuano Yabuanina Edinburgh was say a year Yawada Ctv and Numere no Kasiebo and Untibido for Mr. Call your Facebook so my Ctv GH Mr. Like it will be a share na a friend to jaw comment no effort to her and repemuno a baking kindly nano at the Amao and May and Samono. Edoso pa and abeka mensa bakumienu bia obete ewomu eni yabako emrashe bedwemu and afegana and sensem na Dr. Apak edin sama tujua watchire mu say eba no basic education mechire enwumesia ensemye ye nkwada no edie na na chese aban wa mo ne humodin ewo safa no kra Sanso ena apomudin ensem emuno ene eye nana ayu ediato NDC abaino animu say ebribia yebeka apomudin ensem bia no yana wo motaye no amanyosem wonche won ho emfisa eniema no ehu Sanso ena dwedie ensem emuno ene eye minority leader Ctv Akuffo Edi atujwa ya wachire mu ese legislative instrumenta ewo se anka wo mudiko piemu ewo emrashe bedwamineti mibua ema enema yekra edi ba wo memu ninano ehu nsem ekoyie no neni twaso no wo se ebuna bempa East Africa ababetojwa ewo wobi emanso etire mu se enei ayadia ensuo ejiri afa eho nina emu nsem ewo Kasiebo eso and some way afufro bi eka ho middle for Mr. Jebre na yenkenkani na bako emfa emma midi Lateefa Akuffo mitwa me waba enko bebia Afei and someone say ana entremu etie deputy ranking member ya wono eda education committee no esubie ewo emrashebedwemu Dr. Clement Apak ena etremu ese eba no basic education enkwadano edie no dia na chese empanifo ene wonum eni ni ye kra sa enwumesia ensem we no wose ene abanya nebre ewo so no eyade a wonfa sikepuduo bia ensheda enshase se woditimi epia ama enwumesua akonanim yepa nanso wose wokọ aman baabi anasa afoforo bi na wotimi hu se basic education kra no eyade a womunjia kapre ne mum no adekire ne adesua ekoso yepa
I started my debate on the floor by drawing attention to the fact that basic education is foundational and that we cannot purport to be building a structure and a superstructure on a foundation that is weak, that is emaciated, that has been starved. If you were to look at education sector funding, since the Akuffo-Addo MPP government took over the reins of governance in this country, almost every year, funding for basic education has dwindled. Funding for secondary education has gone up. Funding for tertiary education on average has been stagnant. Now, how are we supposed to say that we are doing well and that we are honoring the constitutional obligation of free compulsory basic education when basic education is poorly funded? And here are some of the consequences of the poor financing of basic education. Today, as we speak, after the introduction of a new curriculum since 2018, no single school in the Republic of Ghana has a full complement of textbooks based on the new curriculum. In fact, government itself has admitted that provision was made for only 60% of textbooks to be produced. So the question is, why would you make provision for only 60% of textbooks to be produced when you know that it ought to be 100%? I've spoken about capitation grants, and many of you must pay attention to this. Because of government's inability to meet its obligations as far as the regular disbursements of approved capitation grants are concerned, as we speak today and now, government is in arrears of 8 terms, the equivalent of over 2 years, as far as capitation grants, which should go to public basic schools, are concerned. What are the implications of this? It is the capitation grant that defrays the cost that hitherto should have gone to the parent. It is because of the capitation grant that we can say that basic education in Ghana is free. Because government is not remitting the capitation grants regularly at 10 Ghana cedis per people per year, basic public schools in this country have to rely on the head teachers to borrow the services of carpenters, to borrow monies to run the schools. So, for example, to be able to fix broken down furniture, which should come from the capitation grant, the head teachers have to procure that service from carpenters on credit. To buy attendance registers, the attendance registers have to procure on credit. To fix broken doors and windows, those services have to procure on credit.
Yatwa and Samuno also Diana Jemtreni Awano Ewa Eye Apomudi Eye Kuono Ehubie Ewa Marshabejemu Ya was also Eye and Marshabejeni Ewa Asokore Mampo Mensino Emunana Ayu a free year and a echremu essay. And they know say one more eka Apomudi 72 and la General Hospital Yampeni for Ejrigu for me. NDC Amanyo Kono Yana Womutaka say a yanyame be anase a bino empire a year and crime for Yanu men crime for 17 and also Emma Womujri Dino Egu Yanemono won't jaisa waka sa and some nina a ye womemu a yemu intia.
Wabra Hokasa won Rashibijum and Ode etu just say, and penny for more Edire Sabiana no edi petitions a hodo Emma, Kanema Penny Bra no wa Baymu, Ebo de Ru edifier Sabiano se, Tibia Sabiano a woman, also more edugu from Sedepeya, Omobetimi Acacia, Brana, Kanema Penny wa Baymuno, or Manya Bibia Alpha Fasan Semino, and to say a Becca Epribusme, wa Fimpim you know and you're doing so no mono. So for share Apomodi once and some so, Oraku, Ajiban Menu, and a Director General of Ghana his service. Eshimo Emomo Ekoshia management or more Edela hospital no ano say e was so mojudigu from said the payer or more ebesini fufro.
Meet the Director General of Ghana Health Service with the management of LA. April 2017, and they saw the need to bring it down and to bring a new hospital. The Speaker, why do we carry the press to go to the grounds to show as if the MPP's thinking of bringing a new hospital in La was a mistake? Why do we take the press to go to that place to create the impression as if somebody don't like the Ghana people? If somebody loved them, the NDC could have loved them better because they had all the reports to have break it down. They didn't do it. Mr. Speaker, there again, it's overt politicization which is totally needless. Mr. Speaker, it is not only La which is stopped. In my region, in Ashanti region, Confanochi Maternity Project. It's stopped. It's stopped because the Paris Club external financing is under debt restructuring. And there is no way they can continue with that pace in Confanochi again. LAC was part in the eastern region where the president comes from, and then the Minister of Finance also comes from. Their eastern region.
Oye and Osidi to just say, Ekema say Edom Kuma your mom Rashibijum, Palm for and who say, Dria Mo Edrilla, General Hospital no ego formano, HSA, and Fonsobi or more aye.
I've made available about 50 million from the GOJ to get the contractor to go on site. What are they going to do for the people of Ashanti region, whose maternity project is also stopped? Over politicization of healthcare would catch up on you people one day in future. Mr. Speaker, why do I say so again? I put it squarely on their doorstep that you met Eurojet project. The financing was achieved. 2 regional hospitals, 6 6 district hospital. You did not do anything about it.
Honorable member, don't forget, the speaker was the minister for
Mr. Speaker, I take you from the fact, but your able chairman is guided on facts.
I don't want to draw your attention to the fact that
again, that the Eurogate project is seeing the Day of Light progressively under the MPP government. Mr. Speaker, I would say that in that spirit, you need that the NDC have done same. And then the MPP, the NDC secured financing from government for the Western region, 6 projects. Credit to the NDC, and the MPP is doing it. It did not start the project. Progressively, they have made and they are using it in the Western region. That is the trajectory I'm coming from. I'm coming from a point that the people of this country, regardless of the regime in there, we need to make
Oda so I share Ctv enumere no sia Kasiebo. Afe yetwa ensem no eso. Na sadia woman Ghana ene sika eni woman ni mu baabi a na woman yesika sem abofom say team no enam so. Emma Deputy Trade Minister Dr. Stephen Amoa edi atu just say ene eba no Ghana yesika sem kra na aban no mekire NPP New Patriotic Party aban no ebo ne humodi ye papa pasan say Amaya woodwo to study a fair NPP abino, so one to one for quaya, wobefa so, aqua one musica nasa, wobeto to one my esika a year pa.
This year, I've got the documents here, you can come and take. Mr. Speaker, the fact of the matter is that we are not perfect as a government. But let me tell my brothers, when it comes to the economic management of this country, historically, at present, and in the future, NDC is like a kiosk. You know, we have courses, 2 years, 2 weeks, 6 months, we get certificate. We are like KNUST in Lagos. You can't compare them to us. They are on different page. Mr. Speaker, the problem with the NDC is that they are supposed to accept the fact that when it comes to the economic management, we are their seniors. We are far superior. In fact, if COVID had happened and the NDC, Mr. Speaker, I'm 100% sure in your hometown by now, nobody will believe you. They don't know what they are doing. They are confused. And now they are even saying that 24-hour and then they not that they come out with any policy. I am advising them today, Mr. Speaker, put that aside. The reason this government is the best government is that, Mr. Speaker, a government that understands the fact that I need to cut down my expenditure. Go and check 2023. Our expenditure target and then the actuals had difference of positive 14.something%. Just go and check. From 121 billion, thereabout, we did 104 billion. This illustrates, without any ambiguity and debate, that we have a serious government that understands cost control to consolidate, to restore, to stabilize the economy. They don't know all these facts. You cannot sit there and say reduce taxes, increase taxes. They just say all these choruses because of political capital. I am telling them today that where Ghana is going under His Excellency Lateefa Akuffo, even other countries on the continent of Africa are calling us. Mr. Speaker, they keep on making these fundamental mistakes.
Afe yanko yanimna emebunu ya wonum edom National Democratic Congress amanyoko NDC ene ino wamo edijmedie ahyehyeswa wamo akwakọ piemu ewo enkane mampeni eye John Dramani Mahama ne office ewo enkran eye cantonment ni na enese wamo eye clean up exercise enunti wamo echiremu say clean your frontage no ebetimi aboa ama baabia ate anase enkraimantemu etumi atepa enunti no wamo stress wobia emeka wonum enho a wode wo ho ekoche emkane eye mampeni John Dramani Mahama ya wo bo wonum abaso
Imebuno yechromo ediche suono. Once mo eka ediache se koine se mo ayomadwene se omo ene kane mampani ebedi esiedia. Ene won so se endi se amanyo no mebunu no. Won entena ho enyenhwe ha mase kono. Emfa kane mampani enim enyenye fom. Enti omo so ayekrado ye pa so mo ba. Omo de omo ebehia. National Communication Officer Abedechwe ema endi se amanyo kono. Ena etrem sem no mu sei. Etrem sem twefo.
Yeah, clean up exercise. So also we are wadwen so baba na say Anton san frɛ wo se be pie mu office ha hwɛ na wo be pie na ye de wa frɛ kutre ana ye de wa frɛ wo nti enyina ye krado me a megina ha mo hwɛ ne a ɛsɛ me kon ya ma ye krado pa na obi be pie mu wo ha ahwɛ na nya na anko pie mu wo asɛm de anko ya asɛm de tumi ɛhwɛ ba akofo nsa obi a ye nyina ye nenam ha yi obi a se be di mmra so ɛdi abɔ ye ho ban de ye bɛyɛ nti se wo be pie mu ha na se de wo frɛ kutre a ahwa ne de wo kwan a de wo befa so no ebema obi biara o hwe ye bia no de eche ana eche na bi onye mistake embe pie mu anti de ye ni mo bia asem
Enwechi ena Mahamud Osman ya ono oye youth organizer ewo okankwe no ono so ordinance sei atudwa
ba sabita fracha sa wo ye driver ni na sa okwa enye adwen a wo utiri mu so obetumi akonya nkwanhia na eba unexpected enti no ye nim se eba se asem bia na bibi obi di petition bi ba ye ba se ye ba be clean up exercise ena ya boa ya ho se once ha enwura wa ha no owo pia ebe make sure se yakunu enti na ya wa ha ti so wo se ebinum kuta asoso ebinum kuta dade ebinum kuta praye ebinum kuta solve ne ne ade a na just ya boa ya ho enti em so owo no so atu ne hofo enti no
okay
MPMA
okay you can clean up exercise we should not expect police or any security you understand now Banisen and the clean up exercise na yebehu police around
this is the former president office His Excellency John Dramani Mahama who has led this country before so anything security he deserve it
ne kwakre mo no Sumaila Fuse ne yo no kane organizer Emma Ayawaso no yo so sese assemblyman ewo Alidu electoral area ono so ejebre ene ye twetwe nkomo Emma samodu to dwane bi eni
this preparation is not for today alone even if we are sleeping and we heard that some ant is passing here we are ready to come we have everything it's not for today up to 2024 December 7 that God willing Mama will take over. We are not going to rest. We are going to make sure whoever is going to disturb Mama will disturb him. Whoever is going to disturb Mama, John Mama, if you are going to disturb him, will disturb you. So it's not about today. It's about every day. Whether rain, sun, whatever, we are prepared. Look, we can live here, then they can come on way. When they come on different way, we'll come on different style to meet them. And the man says, our papa. Our toast and our tomatoes and our cassava are ready. As I said earlier on, we are going to use it. Any day that it is to practice here, we will come and use it for other.
Afe yanko eye bono mantemu na eye sunyane NDC amanyuko no ene di to just said ya buy no ekase bono regional hospital no wo mo ba be ye ne kakrapa na te se aba be ye teaching hospital wasi o Ghana for muntwa mo na mum no aban no e de dada mo abato e banti no wo pesa nka moto aba no ma no enu nti no wakeka sansem weni na mum no wo de mo fa muni nto fom na mo hwade wontimi nye hwe enfem amo
na yebotai ba ko ne se region bia no esese ma omo regional hospital I be referral say district hospitals no nya case bia ne de ama regional hospital ho na omo atimi asom edia ba na ho any regional hospital yekosi bi ma omo Cape Coast na omo ni regional hospital yekosi bi ma omo Sunyai ha na any regional hospital and EBCB Emma Sunyai. Other regions, Bolga ne wanum ni ade na adwuma guswa ye womu regional hospitals. Na eno koso no and yesan chance ye say ye bebie medical schools na yɛgyina so abie teaching hospitals. Ɛno nti yɛsi medical school ɛwɔ University of Development Studies Tamale ɛde bata ho. Ɛne yɛsan kɔsi medical school ɛwɔ University of Cape Coast. Ɛno ne yɛgyina so ɛde converted Cape Coast Regional Hospital into a teaching hospital. Sir doctors here, yɛtete wɔn ɛwɔ medical school hɔ no, wɔn bɛkɔ akɔsua deɛ ɛwɔ Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Ɛne ɛkɔ ho so ne yɛsi university no bi wɔ hɔ, University of Health and Allied Sciences. Ɛno nti yɛ converted whole regional hospital. Ɛbɛyɛ no whole teaching hospital. A kyerɛ sɛ students na wɔn free university hɔ no wɔn sua deɛ wɔ. Monka nkyerɛ me nipa aba abɛhwɛ Sunyane hospital ha a facilities yɛ wɔ hɔ yi wɔgye atum sɛ Sunyane ɛyɛ qualified for teaching hospital na nneɛma ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛ na wɔnka mmiɛntie. Yɛwɔ specialist foɔ a wɔn bɛkyerɛ adeɛ ɛwɔ hɔ yɛni bi. Sɛsi a yɛ specialist nkakra nkakra a wɔn ba no kora wɔn firi Kumase ne Nkran bosomi bi a na wɔn abɛyɛ surgery si anaa nneɛma kakra bi na wɔn asan kɔ wɔn ni yɛfrɛ no teaching hospital. Mfidie a yɛde bɛyɛ mammogram ɛne dialysis ɛne saa nneɛma no nyinaa ɛsɛ sɛ ne nyinaa wɔ hɔ ansa na wɔatumi aka sɛ teaching hospital. MPP so wɔn last budget ya na wɔn yɛ no n'ano yi saa budget no biribiara ni mu a ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛtwa sika bi a yɛde ba abɛyɛ UNE medical school anaasɛ Sunyane teaching hospital. Enti short cutting a mo ba bɛyɛ no ha yi mo bu yɛ sɛn yɛdeɛ yɛhohoro yɛ anim a yɛde kɔ soro. Enti yɛbɛka biribiara a wɔn bɛgye adi. Ɛno na yɛkyerɛ sɛ kyerɛ deɛ funu no n'ani abue sɛ kwasia ne ti a aguragu obi anso atwene no biem.
Tertiary Institutions Network ya Yetranitia setting ene womo etre mu se eye enkane mampani John Dramani Mahama womo ebona basu ye papa ene nyuma hodwa wose wode bana womo ani adwuma ye no wonya bi aya wato ne di se eye 24-hour economic policy no.
Kweyi ene sendrofo kasa no wonsem omoka kire se ensem afankatufo ediba ndc amanyoko no John Dramani Mahama ensem onenam a okeka ede efa eye ne to no anasa probo okwa orine nsem etudwa no sansem ne nyina no ene wo se Ghana de hye omo ekwakoto aba ewa fimpimienu ene aduonu enan ne mo no won ehwe ni mo se nipa bia ebetwro ewo ne manifesto mu esansensem a kadema mpani ekeka no ebeboa pa ema embebu no mo man Ghana mu no omatimi enye adwuma aye. Greater Accra Regional Deputy Youth Organizer Edema Ekono Anase Amanyokono Eye Gideon Hamon Oni ye etwetwe nkomo ede nsem sei etudwa.
Now the third thing I can say, he will build factories, more especially for Bono in terms of the cashew nuts business. I mean, my mother-in-law, a cashew nuts farmer. Until this coming up, it will boost the business. Should get opportunity to plant more. Until big news, even those that are not working, they will get opportunity to work in this cashew.
Edwechi ena Zambaga Rufai eye president from mo eye no ediama ekoyi ono so echebre edena nonsem etudwa.
Ask yourself, what am I bringing to the table? Just like our parliamentary candidate said, no contribution, no job. Ask yourself, what am I bringing to the table to make sure that we increase our numbers in huge volumes so that it will translate into voting come December 2020. the TV youth of this country. A lot of people are disenchanted. They are very, very, very disappointed that it will take the NDC to salvage the situation.
Members of Mo Ekako no ho also edin some way etuja.
We would want to encourage the Ghanaian people, particularly the trainee teachers or teachers across, to consider as part of the things or some of the things that they will be looking forward to as reasons why they will vote for John Dramani Mahama. Because, like he said, if students or trainee students will write exams for 4 years and in their final year write theses and all that, they pass, come out, and then now when they're looking for employment, you tell them to write a licensure exams. For us as a party, and we stand by John Dramani, the position of John Dramani Mahama, that it is untenable. That kind of approach is not something good to help the workforce of the teaching profession. And so we are with him and we embrace it and we applaud him for that vision.
Yatwa and Samuno and Sodiana, a year and Kane Deputy Road Minister. Yana was share a year John Dramani Mahama, Abino Asano, a year Isaac, a J Mensa, Ediato, a Yaman Penina Nado, a Kufado, and Abino, and Muse, a Bano, a Quine, and a who en you Madiana to say, Wamobaye, Wamea share, Alpha Moa, a year woman Ghana. Any emuni penny na enunti sa wamo ka akwani akwantimpo ho asem dia ya na wamo enke bisanse ontumi ameya hwe momuno eye John Dramani Mahama ene ye ni na edima Ghanafo
Bruni Centrofo Ekasano ena Oreje Misa Odesemi etudwa wotrese bra MPP amanwoko yi eba so no project bi eni wo mo won efrase won ewie embono wo hwe akwanya hodo mo efrase a ne nyina mu ono wo gyan ede ato wo mo wotrese osika asa empono eba pokwase interchange ya MPP amanwoko etrese wona wo ye wo gye ni munyame ede aso yi otrese NDC amanwoko na ede sika hye mu ene pokwase interchange no ababaye interchange amanfo efa so nya so emfa so na ye hwe eyetamale overpass no eno kwa ne overpass MPP amanyoko no betimi edi omo seso mobo edu omo numu edi afa ho na so project ahodo a ewo man mo efrase nyina no ne nyina no omo eje na jeje mu a enya dia omo betimi edi omo seso mobo se omo ewie
na Akuffo do na nimbredo na yakwa nyina wa se wate sapansam kra yanka ekwa no wan fufuru yake yakwa na oboto in 78,402 kilometers no eba na aze no wa ye no ho yakwa ni hinala wa se oben wa award contract put 1,500 kilometers 1,500 contracts them number 1,500 contracts Ghana is under construction inti baby bia wo tutu what I saw abubo baby ara na won tra contractors kaw na contractors go je kwem baby ara artist pansam so obeka ya kumase otumfo of regional minister no kind of umeyina no na same there na nampa wa kwenhina ya dama contract nso contractors yi nti wakaw nti wako nti asem on there the mabani the performance very very poor them mega project o kan there wofre obetebe lamte nungwa ntejiniya watata pansam tintin there what's here to come nti weje and kwasem yi say abana se was spend 16 billion na wa boka also 50 over 50 billion na ye cry another ye bay the money be there chere no kwasem yi there the mabani na Akuffo Ross why abana chana be wa bada last year kan wasem afi ni yesin dua deputy minister na say da ampa any work and project no one validate mana no one consultant inta yenda ko hwi na Akuffo do on kwa 10,000 bela nde on kwa 10,000 bela ochina se be ndameza on my engineers won validate tisala kwana ya won 78,402 kilometers on yi kwana president mama NDC to butin won na wenyi yet kroma no was where you levy Adichi ya yemia minister wa chola ta wekos tobuti tisala tobuti nkusi na nkrante na mpese eno wa akwadam tobuti oya tete na obeka chenda Ghana form wo ho ye better introduce tobuti no mpo dem tobuti bi by toilet na ye bia ye restroom wala hwe tobuti o middle of the road and hin na car no kwa kwagina ma kwa kwosonchi
abusia ya hume kase ne so tiawa ye basisia
alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of humanity. We are in challenging times and people need solutions to lots of life issues. That is why we bring to you Islamic Zone. On Islamic Zone, we discuss religion, family, health, the economy, and all other issues that matters to you. We have seasoned sheikhs and counselors to help us navigate through life on this program. Join me, Barikis Rashid Abbas, as I sit with my guests on CTV this and every Friday at 5 p.m. to discuss issues that matters to
you. Be thrilled, educated, and entertained. Team Queen Ghana is here, showing this and every Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. live on CTV, Ghana's #1. Powered by Ashkoff Productions Limited, who gets to represent Ghana on an international platform come June 2024. Team Queen Ghana, it's your time, own it.
Have you ever imagined how easy it would be for you to buy a land, register, and get the right permit to be able to build? Do you know the right engineers to build your home suitable and safe for your family? How well can you maintain the building in order for it to be safe and sound for you and your family? Shiame Odansini Odilia, CTV, so Sundays here, 4 to 5 p.m.
Mesai Emma Aquaba Biway, CTV, and Nosia Kasiebo, Yawade Yade, Esomo. Afayatwa Yan Seminole Esodia. Na a annual general meeting, Akoso Yaweno, a Ghana Veterinary Medical Association for Ena Ede Esho, so one more disredia. Wadi to abino any se womusre sanka ebeya abino enfesika kakra enfa emwa womo sanse womo se yowonomuno womo ebo wonhumodin panenso obehia sika kakra se betimi aboa na se bio emwa ye a womo ehwe wonom no etumi asa wonom yare ahodo.
Wabra Jumedi no echo ewe no Dr. Siri Esau, President ya Ghana Veterinary Medical Association no ano echibre ene esendro for ekasa yo de adisredie efa sendro for eso ediato abino enim se enwenim ya no eyadia Ghana Veterinary Medical Association no won ehia abino se enwenim ya no abino bebo mo efa omusika sem ehu.
Not have adequate staff. In the year 2020 government recruited some staff but promised to recruit additional staff. So we are only appealing to government to fulfill that promise. At that time, government also promised to provide logistics in the form of vehicles, motorbikes, and equipping our laboratories. And we hope and believe that government will fulfill those promises. Another area that we touched on has to do with the state of our veterinary clinics in the rural districts. They are not too good. So we are calling on government through the district assemblies to do something about these clinics so as to protect our staff who work there in terms of their health.
And Richie and Ora Isa Seidu ya no oya General Secretary Edema Livestock Association no on also a some way etuja.
And Nigeria produce about 15%, and it's about 85%. And they see education, and harmonization. Yes, and also APD, Animal Production Director. the simple understanding say how to produce nantwi is very unfortunate. We are just still over some decades and we see import cattle, live cattle. We say we Mumbai now, Yensu, Yensu to export some meat or other things, not only be importers. We can say nantwi to me say Nigeria, Benin, Togo na Abura Ghana. Nanzu yetimin nan we will not export that animal, but we process meat, cattle meat
into for instance like corned beef and other stuff, right?
Very good. And also, let me say, we are trying to be how to process animals to packaging into boxes now.
So in other words, we will go into packaging.
We will go to packaging and export this meat to neighboring countries. Now, come on, let's say the beer is below target.
Okay.
Yanko weja gbawe mensine no emu adehia womo ewo gonse edensem eto aban no animu sei womo ebreye papa sanse bambo hunsem enhada enkoye ewo ho sanso ena eye esuku nkwada ewo se womo ekosuku no womo dina etitifie ya wobia enhyase se wo kosuku suku dan no womo enibi ewo ho no mo womo sre sebe aban no enya wonum emwa na wonhwe empuntu nyuma no wonfa bimbra gonse ho na entimi emwa wonum
Gonse kroya yaka ho asemi ekroyi efo ha woni achichi mu yipa watchre se empuntu djuma bie ne ho mo atwese ewo krom ho mo a eboa ma omo asetena no emu eye ha edemo ho won etwre se endeyi se de kro no sifa aye omo akwan enye empono eba yaresa bia achisomo ananti kwantintintintinti ansa no monya aduaye omo betimi age ayarehwe timemu ni ba ko ene yensentwe ne twitwe nkomo edensem we etudwa
oh brother bio because I bit me free soon now. Nkola say 5 years, 4 years, to free Sudan ton. Free consider no. Let me catch you say 100 miles. To Sudan. Because more than but Nkola kitikiti 5 years, 4 years me anti free ah. Or the bar or to say bi o ha. Na kitikiti for no eka ha. Mpani for no ko ho no ma. Yesu anybody.
Okasa wiye no ena Kwame Asari eye assembly member ya ono okrum ho onso ejibre edesemoi etudwa.
Yesu community ni gani to ema meeting ene MC na mo amahye bo se omne water so na betra so na mate so amayen. Enti Yesu community ni afatu ye ho so ene forestry for akaboma ye dwi nnua ede abo ensuo no ho eban. Na matu wo mse wo hospital wo schools osisi a ni nyina no egusu ekoso na so na mse community no aye kese ne nipa na do so ntino so ye amwa because okogwansa basic school na okobona nkola na bi nsabe ebitite form sabe school na nsia na osi nanso no school transfer to se treno so nkola na bitite form a omu suan de
enwechi tina ayele mensa eyemrehwedwene edemade shomo ewo weja agbawe no so ne samode tudwane bi eni.
I believe so far so good with the people here. They are happy. I'm also happy seeing the progress of work which is going on here. I'm also happy. But the impact will get our children to go to school. We can report our security cases. In terms of security, we'll have somewhere to report or to who have oversight on them. And with the clinic, our children, our pregnant women, our people who want to, not who want to, but who fall sick and who want to access clinic can easily access here before any referral to any big hospital.
Okasawe yeno Patrick Kumo eye weja gbawe Mercy Kratri onoso echibre ema no nsamo de tudwa no eni.
So having this solid project here, 3 projects is the police station, the school and the clinic, automatically the roads has to be done. And I can tell you that we've been here to pick the inventories, and pretty soon the contractors will be moving to site to start works on the drains before we start the bitumen works. Yes.
The program no contractors for more ewo eye ekrom ho eye engineer Haj Ademo Idrisu ena Festo Martin Odru won ejibre ene yen century ni Samuel Ado ehwehwe nkomo amomo nsemo a omode tudwane bi eni.
They've been supportive and then understanding the essence of the project. You see the community, if you look at the catchment area, there isn't any basic school around. And then you see, if you look at the mountain over there, in the morning you see the kids climbing the mountains just to access education. So having this here, they understood it, and that's why then they supported us. And I will admit that is what has also contributed to the fast nature of the progress of the project. Yeah.
Afei dwadie ensem na sese no empanifo e de ababetu dwa se enchebia no womo e de legislative instrument e de bababetu dwa e wo emrahebedwum se de beye na wotimi de tawbo ato eneme bi ayekra e de ba wo memu esone no e na domkuma e wo emrahebedwum ese de bi womo empene so eno nti won ba no deni kesiel ato forcing e na de nsem etudwa etinemu se ni INPP fo ye nina ene se womo pese wotimi eje license edema womo a ewo NPP aban ni mu na afenso no womo etumi ema eye nema ye kra edeba womemu no woteso kra eba fom.
With the draft legislative instrument that the Akuffo-Bawumia government intends to lay, I'm sad to see a draft legislation instrument that the government intends to lay. This NPP government intends to bring an ally that will restrict import and to create what we call a committee that will give permit to a prospective importer. What this simply means is that going forward, if you want to import rice, sugar, diapers, poultry, and a number of items, approximately 22 selected items, you will need to go to the Ministry of Trade and Industry and to see a committee that will be constituted by the minister before a permit will be given to you. This, I think, is a dangerous practice. It has happened before in this country. And you recall that in 1967, a commission of inquiry was established. Justice Olenu's committee was established. And that committee was to identify the corruption and malpractices relating to import licenses. The report was clear that that practice is outmoded and it cannot be continued because people use it for the purposes of rent seeking.
Yadaswa ewo jodie ensem emudiana lecturer wono ewo School of Sciences ewo University of Ghana Professor Richard Bani ediato abaino enimuse ebeya anka won fasika enhye eye post Harvard infrastructure ase na no etimi aboa ama enuane hodwa ya na abrano no womo etahwere no wetimi esiebi.
Wabra okasa wodwumedie no ase na wode to dwase hoba man Ghana mu a ekwiafo ebom homoden edi enduane dodo no a eba bonti nanso so ade baako a akasa aban no ebeye ne se aban no ede esika ebehye se de beya yebetimi enya niema bi ebetimi ekura enduane no ache esanse sanyema no eni wontini tibi nkura eduane no enche enti no eba bonti a ebesendefua anampo se na woji kakre bi na enduane ni nyina no asei na oman no ahwere sika Kasiepa. Professor Richard Bani etwane kasa so de tudwa bra okasa no trese aban ne momode se ode ne sika ebehye se de beya management fo ye omo ehwe farm produce no eho ensensem no omo so betimi aboa ma enduane no ache.
We are doing everything that is right. We are producing enough food, that is true, but we are wasting also a lot of food because of poor post-harvest practices. And we need to invest more on post-harvest infrastructure to enable us save the food that we produce. By post-harvest infrastructure, we are looking up for storage structures, improved storage structures for both durables and then refrigerated storage facilities for perishables, refrigerated trucks to move our produce from the production areas to the marketing centers. These are all infrastructure, and of course, finally, good roads. If you go to the Ministry of Agriculture, they have the blueprints, the strategies to ensure that what I'm talking about is done. It is only a matter of time, and of course we need resources to be able to improve our infrastructure. We just need to increase our production with the latest technologies that do not affect the environment. We need to have storage structures that will store our produce.
Enrichi and Capacity Building and Education Officer Emma Youth Climate Council Ghana, Ernest Ofori, also audience we etudre.
Bia ote keta a nsuo yiri no na obi ote Accra a nsuo nyiri no onne ni ote keta hwan na esese ma climate change ho dwumadi a esese ye de kɔ hɔ ni ote keta no ye hwɛ sɛ omoso benya education hia na enkɔ Accra nko no ne justice no ebe make sure sɛ nkra ne omo titi nkra omo feed on agriculture insuo ne be yiri omo fo omo nsuo ne e fo omo nnuane ne bibia no omo so ye be make sure say omo so ye ka omo asem e kire ewiase ne wiase hu omo nsunsanso a climate change wo e ma omo nti ebia na ye cite example say ade si wo mepe no Water Regions Village no air climate change insuo na ba buso insuo ne ba da bia omo se we 11th time omo bie ba ye den na we the other news ye pese ye use sa channel we ni ma nipa hu se climate change ade ho aba ene yete e wo se ye find ne kwan a ye befa so atimi a withstand ye be build resilience of potokasem against climate change nti se ba de ne yenye eno ne ye ka se ye betumi a use storytelling akan yasem ama foforo hu ne esi na o ma hye ho ada so.
What any dear and some emuno jumtuni PSC Esther and I can pay sir one year manukobia any agro womuno so was also actually musa one of the one fan home and for a manukobia nemuno near way na and say what timipa edisike pudro I would wa edition video sinimu na wetimi aye video no neba montine so aye kama pa and more bintina baby and you say a yamanyokobi sika and a chassis any moment and your sanity. What is some you two some flex in him or brand one no education como our class show with so
it got to a timer so share video na gospel nearby I can't go on because Bibia nyefe and you mean Pacono to be a head but Uber just obey my video look like but over here almost na hip life for the idea to say ni akwa the near papa na so hwe near my koso ni ade almost started so more upgrade me PSA for instance mama ye madre say ye be video a ye kama ye say we video a ye fair enipa hwe e attract enti wo nkasa wo nipa na nkasa so e add value to song no obi ho no nyom ne nyene de but ohwe I mean act video no qualities na ohwe dressing ne ade ewom ohwe kind of acting ewom you know any pa no kra onyom no kra on said dan entie nyum no but video no ne ma go so etime che no nti se video betimi achi obi ama wahwe de a adentina menye video bi behwe na de bia me nkoteta me mo de me ntisa flowers ho trust me my more skyweb babaso
okay
skyweb boy ade okuta o adwene bia I mean the guy got that
brain for the job
trust me because skyweb script or the beba and I say for video no so ade ba ko say or the costume man say the person would dress who costume this kind of costume sometimes a bit more they don't want to go by it
yeah
but me PSA trust me so always biano minya onya de wo pe ntini ebi o hawe ya obesu because what me was walk pam one tade office and tade we den kan na me person me use
na
so baba ka che o say me mpewe this is how I want you to look. So do this dress. Was so we na de mano. So we ye de opema no a.
Ono so be ma de opese.
Enti bra okasa wiye no ena oto ne kasa so de to dwese enya dia ono PCS no ode ne ho be folofoli amanyosemu enu nti ende isa amanyoko bi krambo yo madwene se won eba be tue ne kasa de be yo be to ndwom ade amomo a titiru bra campaign re eba be so ya enya dia obepene so.
Oh yes, me PSC me nya politics.
No, me tisam so ben president be.
Usa na me to nyom na no because the god of
NPP.
Because na that moment.
Oh, okay.
He was the man at that moment. Say President Mahama na ho no ma. The god of NDC. Yes, but because of say ono na ye president we hold that moment no.
He is the president on the land as well.
That's right. That is the reason why I mention because me PSC me nya politics.
Yeah.
Me dwuma ya nyame de asem nsey no me mfa me ho nye saa ne manim. Nti me ankasa fe na ha me saa na ebe ha me pa say I should have mentioned the MPP. I should have mentioned it.
The next year be campaign, your brothers can be mountain. Next year be campaign. Your brothers can be to party be program. Onto.
At all.
Bonnie Bay.
Oh, I said I'm bonny, but it's my decision not to.
Oh, that.
Yes.
Hey, what me Luciska? Management, what me Luciska? Because I feel this and combination of my friend pound.
There be the cry.
Bankanya bonny sounds so.
Oh, there be bonny be any, but Miana, and yadia the person me.
What decided that?
That. To be me, be that.
Oh, okay.
Me be da me nyina politician be a platform so to nyomda.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And I feel a PhD ministry here Lucis Kappa. Ebe kwan bi so da. Oh, ebe barrow. Ba ebe kwan bi so na agia hye.
Obi maso ensemuno eye East Africa ensu yira chese afa womanfo ejapade ase won japade no ara huye papa enam so emene no ukopiem wo East Africa dia na chese dodo na esre sempenifo bebo won homode na wetumi aye bibi ede aboa wono mu eye director wono eneda IRC ano ewo ho Shawat enede ensem atudwa wochire mu esede si ye ne de ara huye papa na so womo ebo wo homode.
Before the floods even, we were talking about close to 50 million people who were food insecure in East Africa. Now we know that Somalia, Ethiopia and Kenya have just come out of one of the longest periods of drought. There were 5 failed rains which had already resulted in millions of people being displaced and being food insecure. With the floods now, what we are seeing is that there are additional 3.1 million people who are impacted by floods in the region, and of those 1.7 million in Somalia alone. More than 1.5 million hectares of land just in Somalia has been inundated because of the flooding, which actually means that we will see agricultural loss on top of the already existing food insecurity in Somalia and across the region.
Lateefa Kasiebo no esi eha enenumre emrebema kwan ensema ye gibre edebe sumuni nano ye de esi wa wo gibre ehwe ye bia no ye ni eso midi Lateefa Akuffo enumre madawase ama omo enesha makrao.
Ctv, Ghana's #1.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of humanity. We are in challenging times and people need solutions to lots of life issues. That is why we bring to you Islamic Zone. On Islamic Zone, we discuss